All right, cool. New phones, just making sure it works. What's up, Mr. Mitchell? How are you? Good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Nice room full this morning. Everybody looks good. First and foremost, I must congratulate Dan Cummins Chevrolet on having the biggest month in 61 years of business, however long it's been. So congratulations. 1956, so that'd be 50, that'd be 60 years. 60 years this place has been here. We just sold 917 cars, which is the most we've ever sold. Incredible. Included in that, you guys sold 294 new cars. Which last month was the first time we ever broke 200 on the new cars, and you guys almost smacked 300 in the face last month. So absolutely outstanding, incredible job. I can't express how proud I am to be a part of this team. Not only did you guys sell more cars than we've ever sold in the history of forever, but you did it right in the middle of so much chaos, right? There was a ton of chaos in this place last month. I was thinking about it a lot, especially this month, because we've added some land over there, right? So we added some land, and we've had to move 600 million cars, right? Somewhere right in there, 700 million. It's about what it feels like. So we've had to move a ton of cars over there. So we made that change. We made some changes as far as personnel and different things that way. So we added Michael Church to the subprime finance department. We took Tom and Jody and created a subprime BDC. So we made those changes. We also, of course, had John Hinkson and Anthony Farabee go into our finance department. So they were training all last month, which let's welcome them to the world of you're on your own now. Today they officially start, no more training. They're not training anymore, right? We're taking off the, what do you call it, the floaties. Floaties are off. They got to swim on their own now. So we made all those changes. Of course, you know, construction and tractors, and we've had some air conditioning issues. We've had some leaks here and there, and just so much going on. We did our big Labor Day sale, which we've never done a sale like that before ever. So we popped out 200 cars in a couple days. And of course we added 7 new salespeople, you know, in the middle of all of this, right? So that was September, and in the middle of all those changes, you guys had a record month. Sold more cars, where are we at up there? Sold more cars than we've ever sold. And so it's just incredibly impressive. And I think back to all the changes we've made in this dealership. Over the years, it seems like we're just constantly on the move, constantly changing, constantly doing different things. And in that process, it's always a bit of a struggle, of course. And I thought back, like, do you guys remember when one of our biggest issues we didn't have enough bathrooms? You remember that? Like, we used to have a line just pouring out of the bathroom. You'd have, in that hallway down there by the key machine, in that hallway, we'd have like 3 different ladies posted up in different parts of the hall, like like hawks, watching each different bathroom to see who could get in there. That was something we struggled with for the longest time, and now it's like, it's just behind us, right? It's just gone. But during that time, it was a big deal. We used to talk about it on Monday morning meetings. Like, what are we going to do? We don't have bathrooms. And there was a time even a little bit further back where we were in trailers.
Poop stick.
Yeah, the poop stick. The poop stick. I forgot about the poop stick. We were in trailers with porta potties, selling cars. We were down on the truck lot. Josh Cummins had gotten us a four wide like trailers, like people live in. What do they call them? Double wide, but it was 4 wide. And they had some offices in there and linoleum floors, and we had one little room about the size of that little section right over there where those tables are. One little room, and that's where Sam and I and Amber and Debbie and basically we had our BDC and our sales desk all in one little room back over there. And we sold cars, and we struggled through it, and it was tough, but we did it, right? We just climbed over the little cables to get to our seats, and we had what she's referring to as a poop stick. Every time our porta potty would get backed up, they had a stick that they would use out there, and we just did it. And we sold cars, but it was a struggle, man. It was crazy. It was crazy, but we just got through it. And now we look back, and it was just part of what we had to do to get to where we are right now. So as we continue to transition, and we've dealt with the struggles that we kind of dealt with, over the last 4 weeks, I have to remind myself, like, it's all just temporary. All of this stuff is temporary. It feels like it's it's never going to end, and oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. We have nowhere to park, and we have nowhere to put a PDI, and we can't get to all of our customers, and it just feels like everything's going to like explode sometimes. But when you look back at it, really, it's just temporary. It's just something that we're going through. So I'm super excited because through all of that we've experienced in the last 30 days, which has been some of the most craziest 30 days for me personally in this store in the last 6 years. But through all of that, you guys sold 917 freaking cars, man. You sold 917 cars. Troy Cord had 41 cars last month, right? Very nice job. He led the board for us last month. 41 cars. It's incredible. We had some people who had some vacations. I know Ollie was out for a little bit. I think Rick was out for a little bit. We had people missing and things, and everybody just stepped up to the plate, and we broke the freaking record, man. We broke the record, and so I'm so excited right now, today, beyond excited. Oh, not to mention our CSI scores were absolutely ridiculous these last 3 months. Surveys, what was it, 60% of our surveys were turned in? 60% of our new car surveys were turned in. We had over 300 surveys turned in, which is just, that doesn't happen. Okay, you guys are doing your job. Your reviews are through the roof. You guys are doing your job. It's incredible. So today, here we are, okay, it's October 1st. We're in the 4th quarter, right? We've got our last 3 months of the year. We've got 3,000 cars to sell roughly. We're going to hit our goal of 10,000 cars. And I'm just thinking, it's all behind us. We moved some of the last cars that we had to move yesterday. We're done with that. The lot's been paved. They came in, they paved it, they did their thing, they're out of here, they're gone. It's done. John and Anthony, they've been trained, they're ready to go, they're full-fledged. You've got 6 finance guys rolling your deals out. Our new hires, all 7 of them, they've been on the floor for 2 weeks now. They each popped out anywhere from 8 to 10 cars in their first couple weeks on the floor. They're rocking and rolling. They're figuring out our system. They're going to be able to help us today. Michael Church and Subprime, Jody, Tom, with Subprime BDC, they're going to work your leads harder. They're going to get you more approvals. It's just going to be so much easier. We have bathrooms, lots of them, and we're not in trailers. Yay. So it's going to be so much easier these next 90 days as we head into the final part of our year. About this time of year, I also like to remind everybody that you got 2 paychecks left. You got 2 paychecks left. in 2016. We're going to work October, you'll get paid in November. We're going to work in November, you'll get paid in December. That's it. That's all you got till Christmas. You got 2 paychecks left. So now that everything is in place and we're all set up, our goal is 10,000 cars, right? Our goal is 10,000 cars. We got to sell 1,000 cars a month going forward. And the only way we do that is every salesperson in this room has to sell 1 car every day you're here. You have to. It doesn't work. I've got 44 salespeople. If 44 salespeople each sell 1 car every day that they're here, we will sell exactly 1,000 cars every month from here through the end. This time of year, we sell more cars than any other time of year. I've seen the numbers a million times, but I spent another hour and a half last night looking at the numbers, looking at the trends, looking at last year, looking at the year before, looking at the year before that, just going back and looking. And this right now, this is our peak season. It's when we sell the most cars. And we're in position and we're ready and we have everybody in place to where we can't help but be successful. So you guys each got to sell me a car, man, every single day you're here. You've got 20 members of management that are going to help you with that. 20. There's 20 guys in management, man. We've got people that are going to close your deals. You got finance guys that can help you in any way, shape, or form. We've got multiple people in the subprime that can get your deals bought. We've got everything's in place, man. We got the cars, right? We know we have the cars. So everything's in place. Plus, on top of that, we got the reputation. We got the reputation. Let's touch on that real quick. I love this one right here. This is a great place to buy a car. It takes me a long time to make up my mind when buying a vehicle, but my salesman, Nick Rogers, was absolutely fantastic. When I say it takes me a long time, I mean 2 weeks. But I talked with Nick many times on the phone at various times during the day, and if I'm being truthful, a few questions late at night as well. Sorry, Nick. And he answered any and all my questions that I threw at him. Dan Cummins does have the best prices usually, but what made me drive there multiple times was Nick. And it's over 100 miles from my house one way. I've purchased multiple used vehicles and a few new ones as well, and I usually view the salesperson as someone trying to squeeze every dollar from my wallet, and I've never bought more than 1 vehicle from any salesman. That has changed. Nick Rogers will definitely be my salesman from now on. I don't know how you accomplished such a monumental task, Mr. Rogers, but you will be my go-to guy for vehicles from this day forward. Also, their finance people are great as well. Thank you, Brenna. It's not just a catchy jingle. I really would rather drive to Paris for a Dan Cummins deal. That's incredible, man. Half you guys don't even know who Nick is. You guys are like, well, Nick, man. The guy's been here just a few weeks and he gets it. He understands that this is what we do. He gets it, man. Incredible job, Nick. Absolutely incredible job. Great experience. We'll definitely be back. Tyler was fabulous. First time my family traveled 2.5 hours to look at a vehicle that was online. Was told it was there on the lot. After we got there, said vehicle was not there. Tyler Bretz is the salesman that we had dealt with. He was very nice, but very quiet. Couldn't remember anything we told him. That's all right. It gets better. We ended up leaving without buying a vehicle after they filled up my car with a full tank of gas for a wasted trip. About 3 days later, after searching a few other places, we decided to check out Dan Cummins online again and saw another vehicle we were interested in. We were told it was on the lot, it wasn't on the lot, but they kept us informed about it. On the 4th day, the car was on the lot but needed some cleaning. We told them that we wanted to look at it. They got it right in the shop and kept us informed of everything that they were doing with it. We put down a $250 security fee to make sure it didn't get sold before we got there. Anybody that's watching, $250 deposit, always a good idea. After we got there, we spoke with a Mike Brown and a Mike Church. Both were very nice. We did have a small disagreement about price, but we got it worked out in our favor after contacting the loan company we were going through. We ended up buying that vehicle. The vehicle's in very good shape, and they ended up also giving me a fair trade on the vehicle I drove in. However, the price they're trying to sell it for is a bit crazy overpriced, but that's someone else's problem, right? As long as they continue to treat my family right, we will be back again and again. So Mike Brown, Michael Church, good job. Now I want to touch on this real quick while we're here. Let's hang out right here. I got this email last week. Touched on it with my managers yesterday. Hey Josh, I've always really liked you guys, but I fear you have outgrown your ability to provide good service. Just stop right there and think about that sentence. Tried to buy a card and couldn't even get your folks to respond to my offer. I'm a business owner and simply didn't have the time to sit in the store for hours. I just wanted to reach a deal and bring you a check. Simply wasn't an option. I tried twice to call and speak to a sales manager after failing to get any support from 2 salesmen. Both times the operator transferred me and it rang to a non-functional voicemail. I finally gave up and bought elsewhere. I still believe your leadership are good folks and it's always nice to see a local business doing well, but I don't think the experience is what I'm looking for anymore. Thanks for asking. I got that last week, and at first I just kind of thought that this customer probably was a little high maintenance, and I thought that we probably didn't really, he probably didn't get a couple non-functional voicemails. Maybe he had one issue getting a hold of us, and I really just picked this apart. I critiqued it, and I just thought, we're the best on the planet, and this guy right here doesn't know what he's talking about, and I kind of just shoved it to the side. That's kind of how I took it at first when Mitchell sent it to me. And I thought, oh well, Mark Smith didn't buy a car. He probably wanted a huge discount and too much for his trade and all kinds of other stuff, I made a million excuses for why this email was okay. And then as the week went along, it kind of just started to eat at me a little bit. His words really started to eat at me. Words like, I fear you've outgrown your ability to provide good service. Is that true? Do you guys think that's true? Thank you. I don't think that's true. I know that we made this guy feel this way. Tried twice to call and speak to sales managers, couldn't get a hold of anybody. He just didn't want to sit in the store for hours. Ultimately, when I read this, thanks for asking, and I realized that this wasn't a review that he put on Facebook. He didn't try to blast us. This wasn't something that he wrote for everybody else. This was an email that he just sent to us quietly, like, hey, just want to let you know, I bought a car somewhere else. You guys couldn't offer me the service that I needed. You wouldn't call me back. I'm glad you guys are doing well, but I don't think that's the experience that I'm looking for anymore. It's not okay. It's really not okay. And that's my fault. We've gotten big. We've gotten really big, and we've had to continue to expand, and we've had to go through all these changes, and you guys have had to do a lot of extra stuff, and we weren't fully staffed. Everybody was kind of chasing their tail, and it's my fault that I put you guys in that position. Not enough salespeople, not enough team leaders, not enough guys in finance, not enough people in the BDC. Plus, on top of that, I had you all moving cars. A million of them. I didn't have enough people out there to get that taken care of. We did get big, and people are starting to slip through the cracks. And we can't afford to let that happen. We have to sell 3,000 cars the next 3 months. We've never sold 1,000 before. We just broke the all-time record at 917, and here I am going, good job, now we need 1,000. But we've got to sell 1,000 cars. That's 83 more cars than what we sold last month. Does anybody in this room think that we missed 83 deals last month? Yep. I do. I believe we missed 83 deals last month. I believe there were customers that didn't get upped out there because we were busy somewhere else doing something. I believe there's customers that we didn't answer the phone because we were busy out there doing something. I believe that there was customers that said, man, They don't even have enough salespeople for me. I can't even get a key. I can't go look at the car I want to look at. I'm out of here. I believe that happened. I believe leads came into the BDC and they made it over to our finance department, and they didn't get looked at for hours, and they didn't get submitted for hours, and they didn't get called for hours, and they went somewhere else and bought a car. I totally believe it. I experienced it a couple times. I had a couple people message me, hey, just trying to buy a car, can't get any help, just trying to buy a car. Can somebody help me, please? I'm getting ready to go buy somewhere else. I had 3 people message me last week. So I know we missed a lot of deals, and I apologize for that. I apologize for putting you guys in that position. But we are absolutely 100% dedicated to reaching our goals, 100% dedicated to every single customer getting the Dan Cummins experience when they come into this place. We got to do whatever it takes to make that happen, and I believe now we're ready for it. I think we're staffed for it now. I think we've got everything we need and everybody's in place. But you're going to have to pull your weight. You got to pull your weight, and we got to take care of every single customer. If you come to me and I don't show you that I care about your customer, let me know, please. I need to know. If you're going to finance and you're not getting any help, let me know, please. BDC member, if you're not getting follow-up from your salespeople or from your finance department, I need to know about it. Because every single one of these customers matters. Every single one. We can never get too big to where they don't matter, and I'm talking to myself when I have this conversation. We can't do it. It just can't happen. Fair enough? One last thing I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Actually, 2 things, then I'm going to let you guys go. Bell just sent this morning. Where'd it go? There's 3,000 Chevy stores? Almost 4. There's 4,000 Chevy stores in the United States of America. We finished number 24 out of all of them. 24 hours. That's amazing. We're in Paris, Kentucky. Some of these guys are in Dallas and Austin and Miami and LA and all these big places. Killed it. Love it. We're going to sell more, right, Sam? How many are we going to sell this month? How many new? 300 new. That's what I'm talking about. So congratulations, guys. I'm going to buy everybody breakfast this morning on that right there. You guys freaking killed it, man. 24th in the nation out of 4,000 dealers. Absolutely incredible. The other thing I wanted to touch on real quick is everybody comes to Paris for a Dan Cummins deal, right? Everybody knows that. So what is a Dan Cummins deal? Anybody know?
I do not.
Service.
What's that?
Good service.
We do offer good service. What actually is a Dan Cummins deal?
Experience of a lifetime.
Yes, sir. I like that. It is indeed. I'm going to try to stamp it out a little bit easier for our customers in our marketing, though, okay? Because a Dan Cummins deal can mean a lot of things, but what are we going to actually give to our customer in our Dan Cummins deal? Well, first thing we're going to give them, we're going to give them the best price, right? We always take care of our customers. We've got the best price. So that's just how we do it. That's part of the Dan Cummins deal. If it's less than 8 years old and less than 80,000 miles, we're also going to give them a lifetime powertrain guarantee, right? Lifetime powertrain, we're going to guarantee the engine, drivetrain forever as long as they own it. Got to get the oil changes here, right? Everybody knows that. That's part of the Dan Cummins deal. We're also going to give them a 3-month, 4,000-mile warranty, right? 90 days, 3 months, 4,000 miles. We'll take care of everything. If it's less than 8 years old, less than 80,000 miles, that's part of our Dan Cummins deal. We got to take care of the customer. We stand behind our product, right? All right, we're going to add one last thing to that Dan Cummins deal. We got a 72-hour exchange policy. You guys hear me?
Crickets.
Yeah! 72-hour exchange policy. They can, for peace of mind, for your customers, we want them to feel comfortable knowing that they're making a good decision when they buy a car from you. So a part of that peace of mind, a part of that Dan Cummins deal is we're now gonna give them 72 hours. If they change their mind for any reason at all, if the vehicle's less than 8 years old, with less than 80,000 miles on it, then they can bring it back and exchange it for something of equal or greater value. Does that make sense? Guy comes in, buys an LT truck, thinks about it, comes back, says, I really wanted a high country. Come on, sir, bring it on in. We're going to put you in it. No problem. Guy comes in, buys a Sonic, says, it's a little too tight. Need something bigger. Come on in. No problem. We're going to put you in a Cruise, put you in a Malibu, whatever we got to do to take care of the customer. That starts today. You can tell your customers about it and let them know. Peace of mind. 72-hour exchange. It's not a refund. It's an exchange. Does that make sense? They can't just like come give the car back. But we'll exchange it for something of equal or greater value. Fair enough? Is that cool? You guys all right with that? Everybody's like, I don't know. It's not going to change anything, pay, funding, anything like that. We're just going to offer our customers some additional peace of mind when they buy from Dane Company. Okay? Any questions? All right, let's go eat some breakfast. Thousand cars this month. Really? I was just getting rid of the car. Just like McDonald's sandwiches or whatever.
Should have said let me drive your car.
That would have been a good one. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Congrats, accomplished goals, breaking records. James Anderson, what's up, my man? How are you? Glad you guys joined me this morning. Hope you are getting ready to have a big, massive, amazing weekend. Can't wait till January. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jorge. George, we got to get you in here. We are making some moves. We've made lots of changes. We've done all kinds of crazy stuff. Matthew Buckler, I can't wait either. Most commented on live video yet. Nice. So, making some changes. The Dane Cummins deal, you're going to get lifetime powertrain guarantee, 3-month, 4,000-mile warranty, 72-hour exchange policy, and we're going to have awesome freaking prices, and we're going to take care of you because every single customer matters. Every single one. There's only one way we can get to 1,000 cars. There's only one way we're going to get to 10,000 cars, and that's if we take care of you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Every single one of you. Everybody, every customer matters in this place. So we've ramped up our inventory, 1,500 cars. We are in little old Paris, Kentucky, but we're doing some big city things. Glad you guys tuned in. Hope you're having a big, big, big weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.